I'm Maurice with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Seahawks spoiling Russell Wilson's return to Seattle with a 17-16 win over the Broncos on Monday Night Football. Wilson threw for 340 yards and a touchdown in his return to Lumen Field, but Brandon McManus missed a potential game-winning 64-yard field goal attempt with 20 seconds remaining, and the Seahawks held on to get to 1-0. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott had successful surgery Monday to stabilize his fractured thumb. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reports that Dak is looking at a possible return for either the October 30th game, Week 8 versus the Bears, or after the bye in Week 10 on November 13th against the Packers. Bucs head coach John Bowles said wide receiver Chris Godwin's hamstring injury is not as serious as we thought. Godwin returned from a torn ACL to play Week 1. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, football fans, it's Dak Prescott here, and I'm here to let you know that with NFL Sunday Ticket.tv, you can watch your favorite football team no matter where you live. That's because NFL Sunday Ticket.tv gives you every live out-of-market game every Sunday afternoon, streamed right to your favorite device. Visit NFL Sunday Ticket.tv and order it today.
Eligibility restrictions and other conditions apply. Only one game may be accessed remotely at any given time. Available games based on device location.
Well, Dak's going to have a lot of time to catch up on all that commercial work as he's on the mend. We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXOL Centro, California. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, Carroll.
On my way in this morning, a few scattered, very scattered sprinkles.
Scattered, yeah. That's
like,
let's see, they got one drop in Brawley, one
pretty
in Calexico.
Much. Yeah.
Nyland hasn't reported in yet. But, couple of drops.
We're waiting. Anyway, and it's just a reminder that
it can rain.
K is still around.
Yeah, it can rain.
So, for the most part, I know the Phoenix area got hit, and not as bad as we did, but now most of it concentrated up in the White Mountains, and that's good.
Is there snow up there?
Not yet, but they definitely need the moisture. It's been a good many dry years.
A good many,
yep.
Yes.
I know of a particular beaver pond up in the Greer area that right now the Browns are stocking up for the winter. So
okay,
they have to head up that way.
Yeah. Oh, if you go and fish, are you going to keep any?
I usually will keep one or two to eat.
Okay, well that's what I mean. I wouldn't catch anything if I wasn't going to eat it.
Yeah, more often than not, I'm using a barbless hook and can just shake them off. So,
well, but you do like fish, so.
I do, and fresh trout, there are a few fish that are better.
Few better.
So, anyway, it's in the back of my mind. I want to bring my son-in-law, Tim, up to the White Mountains and introduce him to some trout fishing. He's done a little bit when they lived in Northern California and in Oregon.
They do have fish up in that part of the country.
Oh, they do.
They do.
Yes. Are you following the goings-on in Great Britain?
Here, there.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes. Well, Charles III is now King of England.
Yes. I followed that.
Think about it, though. I think we should actually call him Charles the First, since this is the first job he's had in 73 years.
Yeah. In fact, they said he's already complaining about overtime.
Where's the shop steward?
I want to talk to the shop steward now.
Yes. Okay, you ready for birthdays?
Ready.
Okay, we will jump in. Actor Barbara Bain, she was on TV's Mission Impossible. She is 91.
Wow.
Actor Eileen Fulton, 89. Singer David Clayton Thomas of Blood, Sweat, and Tears, 81. Singer Peter Cetera of Chicago, 78. Actor Jacqueline Bisset, 78. Actor Christine Estabrook, 72. Actor Gene Smart, 71. Singer Randy Jones of the Village People is 70. I don't know which character he is.
I don't either, but they're all characters.
Yes. Actor Isaiah Whitlock is 68. Actor Jerry Jewell is 66. Comedian Jeff Ross, 57. Actor Louis Mandylor is 56. Actor Dominic Fumusa is 53. Actor Luis Lombard is 52. Actor Ben Savage of Boy Meets World, 42. Neil Horan of One Direction, 29. Actor Mitch Holloman is 27. Actor Liddy Reinhardt is 26. Local birthdays coming up. The Imperial Tigers are on the air. Tiger football with Mickey Dale and George Grahava on the KXO website, kxoradio.com. Tune in. Tiger football brought to you by
the Imperial Quarterback Club, El Serape Restaurant in Imperial, and Southwest Security.
This week, the Tigers traveled to Palo Verde to take on the Yellow Jackets. Do you realize last Saturday night, first time in 10 years that Imperial beat Valley Center?
Was it really?
Yeah, and it went down to the final gun.
It was, that's what, close game. 1 point separation,
And if you missed the game, well, it's available on our YouTube channel. You can go back and listen again and again and again and again.
You can memorize it.
Yes. Okay, local birthdays. We do have a few, so we'll get to them here as soon as I find them. I moved them. Okay, there they are.
Somewhere in the room.
Yeah, local birthdays. We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Andy Estrada, Monica Medina, Lizeth Sanchez, Isabel Ortiz, David Gloria Sr., Keith Archibald, Rodrigo Velasco, Jerry Coffer, Charisma Martinez, Tatiana Ledoux, Emma Elizabeth Ibarra, Michelle Herrera, Gary Wyatt, Joe Orozco, Victoria Matus, Mario Mendoza, Rita Cortez, Steve Wilson, Veronica Ramos, Josue Ayon, Vicky Zamora, Francine Dolente, and Veronica Arambula. Happy birthday from KXO. Very good.
Very good.
Okay. We've got news and stuff. Are you ready for that?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
We do have news.
We do, and we're going to jump in to begin with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. You know, you have a friend in the business. Yeah, your friends at Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News Brief. The markets are plummeting this morning. The Dow down more than 700 points right now, following the release of new consumer numbers. Inflation up 8.3% in August. And market trader Art Hogan says investors are disappointed.
When we look across the spectrum of what caused that, gasoline was a positive, but unfortunately, food at home prices did not.
Thousands of nurses are still striking in Minnesota.
Imagine yourself in a hospital bed waiting too long for pain medication to the point that you are now in tears.
They want better pay and for hospitals to step up staffing. And Queen Elizabeth's coffin heads to London today. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer.
The Queen's coffin will be loaded early this evening onto a Royal Air Force plane and taken to London, where the next chapter of this extraordinary ceremony will unfold.
Her funeral is on Monday. CBS News Brief. I'm Monica Ricks.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. The mosquito fire in Northern California now 16% contained, burning close to 50,000 acres. Thousands still under evacuation orders.
It was terrifying because I wasn't sure if I was going to get out of there in time because it looks like it's so much closer than it is.
The fire northeast of Sacramento in the Sierra Nevada foothills. Pouring rain, flash flood warnings, and mudslides took many Inland Empire residents by surprise, especially after Tropical Storm K passed through the area.
This is the worst we've ever had, actually, that I've seen up here in the 20 years I've been up here. Our neighbor really got it.
Really?
His wall collapsed. I mean, in the mud went right into his house.
Heavy rains had come to the region as a result of the tropical storm, which had been a hurricane. The storm pushing heavy bands of moisture into the area. Mountain communities seeing the heaviest rainfall amounts. Succession, Ted Lasso, and The White Lotus taking home multiple awards at last night's Emmy Awards ceremony at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. Statewide average for gas this morning, $5.42, a 16-cent increase from last week. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, it's Lock Air Conditioning. And Custom Sheet Metal.
At Boot Barn, we believe that the cowboy boot is an American icon. Today's boots are not only rooted in history, but are enhanced with modern technology features for the working cowboy. Ariat boots are built with advanced technology that provides the comfort and support of a high-performance athletic shoe, yet still has the functionality and durability of the iconic cowboy boot. And at Boot Barn, we carry over 250,000 pairs of Ariat boots nationwide. Ariat at Boot Barn.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us, on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. There are 3 locations in the valley at El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Well, it's Tuesday morning and time for a look at the latest in local news. El Centro police are investigating an attempted kidnapping that occurred late Sunday afternoon. Police say that a female juvenile reported that 2 men wearing hooded sweatshirts attempted to kidnap her in the 2000 block of South Cottonwood Drive. She was forced into a dark-colored SUV, but managed to jump out of the vehicle a block away and escape. Officers and detectives canvassed the area looking for videos or witnesses of the incident. Police are asking that anyone who might have information about the attempted kidnapping contact the El Centro Police Department. Active COVID-19 cases decrease significantly. George Gale has more.
The numbers are provided by the County Public Health Department. Latest numbers indicate the active cases of COVID-19 are down over 100 as compared to the previous report. There are currently 277 active cases of the virus. That is 103 fewer cases than were previously reported. Latest COVID-19 tier metrics for Imperial County indicate new cases per day per 100,000 at 18.90, with a positivity rate of 23.3%. Deaths attributed to the virus are at 953, one more than what was previously reported. Public Health has said COVID numbers will now be updated once a week. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News Time, 7:42.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Centro Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
In other local news, a train crash early Friday morning is still being investigated. George Gale filed this story.
It was reported at just before 3 Friday morning, moving train pulling 166 cars ran into the back of a park train about 6 miles north of Bombay Beach. It is now reported that 7 cars derailed in that incident. The engineer and the assistant in the moving train suffered fatal injuries. One of the victims has now been identified as 25-year-old Zachary Lara. No other information has been released. National Transportation Safety Board is investigating that collision. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A 30-year-old man was cited for burglary after he stole a package from an El Centro porch. The theft was reported shortly before 3 p.m. Monday when a resident in the 900 block of Manuel Ortiz Avenue saw a man in an older model car stop and steal the package. The suspect was located several hours later based on description of the thief and his car. The package was returned and the suspect was cited and released on burglary charges. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the valley to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we created the truck of the future for everyone, the Ford F-150, with an available 360-degree camera package that helps you spot obstacles. And with available Sync 4, designed to listen, respond, and give you an added boost of confidence. Because the truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's created for America. The Ford F-150. Drive one today. We want your trade. Now get 1.9% APR Ford credit financing for 60 months on a 2022 Ford F-150 truck. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Learn more at buyfordnow.com. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 1.9% APR financing for 60 months at $1,748 per month for $1,000 finance regardless of down payment. Not available on Raptor, Tremor, and Lightning. Residency restrictions apply. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 10/3/2022. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
County Board of Supervisors meet today. George Gale filed this story.
It is their regular weekly meeting. Public session begins at 10 o'clock this morning. Supervisors encourage the public to view the meeting via live stream available at the county website. Public session begins with a plaque presentation to Patricia Valenzuela for her 30 years service to the county. A board will be asked to adopt a proclamation declaring September Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. On their action agenda, the board will consider a resolution extending remote meetings. Public Health Department will make a presentation on COVID-19 and monkeypox. There will be a presentation regarding the completion of the California Behavioral Health Planning Council 2022 data notebook as required by the California Behavioral Health Board and commissions. A Real Hope Center, a pregnancy resource center, will make a presentation. The board will discuss the proposed agricultural benefit scholarship program. Action will be considered on the agreement with the Imperial Valley Regional Occupational Program for the Housing Support Program for fiscal year 2022-2023. And the board will be asked to adopt a resolution adopting the plans and specifications for the county project for the Imperial County North County Administrative Courthouse. The Planning and Development Department and the Public Works Department will hold 2 separate public hearings. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
An Imperial County task force has returned from the Fairview fire on Wednesday, September the 7th. The task force deployed to the wildfire burning near Hemet. The task force was made up of firefighters and equipment from the cities of El Centro, Hopeville, Calipatria, Torrance, and Yuma. There were 5 fire engines and 1 task force leader in a command vehicle. Each engine had a crew of 4. The fire claimed 2 lives and a number of structures and continues to burn. Tropical Storm K aided firefighters' efforts by dropping some moisture and reducing temperatures. The task force arrives back in the valley. Actually, it did yesterday afternoon. Well, the Imperial Valley Pallet has been scheduled. George Gale explains.
It is an Imperial Valley Food Bank event. It'll be held October 27th. The food bank is currently looking for artists who would like to exhibit their work at the event. They are looking for watercolors, acrylics, oil paintings, pottery, sculptures, photography, and mixed media pieces. The entry deadline is October 1st. Go to ivp3.org for more information. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
El Centro police are investigating a car versus house accident that happened at 7 p.m. Yesterday. According to police, a silver SUV hit the house at the corner of Imperial and Orange. The driver, an 84-year-old man, was injured and transported to El Centro Regional Medical Center. He was cited and released for outstanding warrants as well as new charges to include driving under the influence. There was some slight damage to the house. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
The food insecurity rate for Imperial Valley is estimated at 17% for all residents. Tragically, it soars to 33% for our children. Imagine 1 of every 3 children are challenged by hunger. The Imperial Valley Food Bank is striving to end hunger in the valley. When kids have nutritious food to eat, they learn more in school, are sick less often, crime declines, and the cycle of poverty can end. This is Jean Oswald asking you to support the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, temperatures will gradually warm this week, but the Imperial and Yuma valleys will only peak around 100 degrees by Saturday and Sunday. Slightly higher possible. 93 the high yesterday, 79 our low. Sunny with a high near 95 today. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight mostly clear with a low around 75. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Wednesday sunny with a high near 94. West wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming south-southwest. We have 82 degrees downtown El Centro, 58% relative humidity. The wind is calm. The local news and weather brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Are you tired of all the clutter and junk in your house, your yard, or your business? I've got your answer. Give All Valley Junk Removal a call at 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. Yes, they'll come by and give you a free estimate on removing your junk. They do it all. Commercial junk removal, tenant cleanouts, storage cleanouts, yard cleanouts, and more. Even heavy objects. All you have to do is call All Valley Junk Removal. 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. They work 7 days a week to accommodate you. So call All Valley Junk Removal.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps South Network, working together to provide you the best care. Monday Night Football, rumbling, stumbling, bumbling Seahawks over the Broncos, 17-16. Yeah, and, the Broncos put it all on the line for a 64-yard field goal attempt as time expired, and that field goal attempt, no good. Coming up Thursday, we've got NFL primetime action, the Chargers and the Chiefs. You do not have to subscribe to any other streaming services or, premium channels. We've got almost every primetime game on AM 1230. Meanwhile, Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott had surgery on his right thumb. Sources continue to believe he'll miss 6 to 8 weeks as he goes through rehab.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Major League Baseball action. Rangers nipped the Marlins 3-2. Guardians edged the Angels 5-4. Mike Trout homered in his 7th consecutive game. Meanwhile, the Astros shut out the Tigers 7-0. Pirates beat the Reds 6-3. Blue Jays nipped the Rays 3-2. Cubs over the Mets 5-2. Marlins rolled over the Rangers 10-6. Dodgers shut out the Diamondbacks 6-0. And the Giants edged the Braves 3-2. 7 games in a row for Mike Trout. Not bad. Anyway, in other news in the world of sports, Anthony Joshua has agreed to terms to challenge WBC World Heavyweight Champion Tyson Fury December 3rd. The fight expected to take place at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff, Wales. And, well, who knows? Andy Ruiz may have a shot at the winner of that bout. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And right now, we've got a look at financial news, a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. U.S. inflation ticked back up in August despite plunging gas prices, according to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics released today. On a monthly basis, consumer prices rose 0.1% from July, according to the Consumer Price Index, which measures a basket of consumer goods and services. Economists had projected that inflation would fall from July to August after holding steady from June to July. Annual inflation eased for the second straight month, but also remained stubbornly high, with prices up 8.3% year on year. Core CPI, which strips out the more volatile categories like food and gasoline, measured 6.3% in August, up from 6.2% in July. Well, few investments have increased in value during this challenging year on Wall Street, but one asset that is in the green, literally, is the U.S. dollar. The greenback has soared this year thanks to the Federal Reserve jacking up interest rates to fight inflation in hopes that the U.S. economy will prove to be more resilient than others around the world, despite fears of recession. The U.S. dollar index, which tracks the dollar values versus the British pound, euro, Swiss franc, Japanese yen, Canadian dollar, and Swedish krona, has soared nearly 13% this year and is trading near its highest level since May of 2002. And what's happening on Wall Street? Well, the news on the inflation jump is not good to investors right now. The Dow Jones Industrial's off 845 points at 31,536. The S&P 500 down 123 points at 3,987. The NASDAQ at 11,803. That's off 464 points. Gold down $24.40 an ounce. And oil off $1.70 a barrel. Wall Street reacting, and not in a positive way. Coming up, we've got a brief look at weather for you. And the news, Kay has moved on east.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 95, west-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 75, west wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 94, west wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest. And right now we have 83 degrees downtown, 57% our relative humidity. The wind is calm. Kay has moved on to the east, a little bit of moisture hanging in the air, but the Weather Service says by the weekend it's going to be nice and dry. Mid-September, that's when the magic happens. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best weeks in town.
Burgers and Beer, what I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu, everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO, El Centro, on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News brought to you by El Centro Regional Medical Center. We're ready and open to serve your family.
News on the hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. Gas prices have fallen, but food prices are still high. It has people like Arkansas food truck operator Alejandro Gutierrez in a bind.
Right now, all my cost of the produce is kind of like went up. Some of the items has gone up more than what it's been.
And the latest government report on inflation shows consumer prices in August were 8.3% higher than a year ago. Mark Hamrick of Bankrate.com.
The report notes the food index has jumped 11.4% over the past year, marking the biggest 12-month increase since May 1979.
I'm Stephen Portnoy. The White House points to a decrease in gas prices since the start of the summer and a slowing of increases in prices at the grocery store. A statement from the president says, quote, it will take more time and resolve to bring inflation down.
And Wall Street has been selling off today. Right now, the Dow is down 850 points. Congress is hearing from the Twitter whistleblower, former company security chief Peter Mudge Zatko.
Twitter leadership ignored its engineers. Their executive incentives led them to prioritize profits over security.
Lawmakers say his accusations are troubling. Twitter says he paints a false narrative. Also on Capitol Hill, CBS's Scott McFarlane has new information.
This is another escalation of the ongoing investigations into the records seized from Mar-a-Lago. The House Oversight Committee is now asking the National Archives to request from former President Trump a personal certification he surrendered all the records removed from the White House after he left office. And they're also urging the archives to conduct a, quote, urgent review to ensure there aren't more records unaccounted for.
Britain's King Charles III went to Northern Ireland today, vowing to carry on his late mother's reconciliation efforts.
Dublin, 2011.
Agus Acoida.
The Queen speaks Irish to gasps of delight at a state dinner. A year later, she would shake hands with Sinn Féin politician and former IRA commander Martin McGuinness, who'd been linked to the murder of her beloved cousin, Lord Mountbatten.
I would like to sympathize with you at this difficult time.
So, a Sinn Féin politician, Assembly Speaker Alex Maskey, was welcoming the new king to Northern Ireland, both sides vowing to try to live up to that shining example. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
At the Emmys on NBC, a big night for Ted Lasso.
We'll see you for season 3 at some point.
This is season 3, says Jason Sudeikis, who won an Emmy for playing the title character. He says more is to come. The show won a Best Comedy Emmy, and co-star Brett Goldstein won Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy. Wall Street again, the Dow is down 840. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
At Boot Barn, we believe that the cowboy boot is an American icon. Today's boots are not only rooted in history, but are enhanced with modern technology features for the working cowboy. Ariat boots are built with advanced technology that provides the comfort and support of a high-performance athletic shoe, yet still has the functionality and durability of the iconic cowboy boot. And at Boot Barn, we carry over 250,000 pairs of Ariat boots nationwide. Ariat at Boot Barn.
If you're one of the 100 million Americans who suffer from high blood pressure, this is for you. New Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure is specially formulated for people with high blood pressure. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free and alcohol-free. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is also decongestant-free, unlike some ordinary cold medicines. So look for Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure medicine. Use as directed.
An influential jazz great is now gone.
Renowned jazz pianist Ramsey Lewis has died. Bobby Lewis says his father died in his sleep at his Chicago home. He was 87. Lewis's music entertained fans over a more than 60-year career. He's revered in jazz circles for such 1960s hits as The In Crowd. And there's Hang On Sloopy and Wade in the Water. The Chicago native earned 3 Grammy Awards and 7 gold records. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News, Chicago.
The filmmaker Jean-Luc Godard has died at 91. His films in the 1960s ushered in what was called the French New Wave. Breathless was the major one. He rewrote the rules for camera, sound, and narrative. Some films were politically charged and experimental. French President Emmanuel Macron praised him, saying, "We have lost a national treasure, the eye of a genius." Steve Kathan, CBS News.
At El Centro Regional Medical Center, we're ready and open to care for you and your family. We want to assure you that ECRMC is doing everything possible to keep you safe and healthy. As part of these efforts, we now offer the convenience of telemedicine. Skip the waiting room and visit your doctor on your phone, tablet, or computer instead. Don't delay the care you need. Make an appointment today by calling us at 760-482-5000. ECRMC, open to care.
CBS News brought to you by El Centro Regional Medical Center. ECRMC, open to care.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Classic case of neurotic narcissism and a first-class smarty pants.
AM 1230 KXO.